Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of 10 years ago, episode 5. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do WWF Wrestlemania 16 or Wrestlemania 2000, as it was sometimes billed as. I don't really care what you want to call it. So, let me tell you about this show before we get on with it. Buy rate was rather large, a 2.08. The card, if you take away the women's cat fight, which I don't count as a one-on-one match, there isn't a single one-on-one. There isn't a single standard one-on-one contest in this whole card. If you were lucky enough to live in America, you got an 8-hour build-up show to this pay-per-view. 8 hours where they went through every single WrestleMania highlight up until that point. Every WrestleMania got half an hour, apart from WrestleMania 3, of course, which got an hour, because they wanted to show you all of the build-up for Hogan vs. Andre. Yeah, so 8 hours of match action, and then a pay-per-view that's, 4 hours long. You know, that's impressive. Anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? So, in the opening contest, Big Bossman and Bull Buchanan defeated D'Lo Brown and the Godfather. Pretty poor this one, to be honest. Pretty poor opener. It's a 1.5 star sort of match. Ice-T raps D'Lo Brown and Godfather to the ring. There's nothing special in the early goings until Bull Buchanan hits a nice suplex. It's a nice clothesline. Close slam. What the fuck's a close slam? I don't know. He hits a clothesline off the top rope. Bull Buchanan, for all his faults, and he had a lot of them, he was incredibly agile. He was an incredibly agile guy. Oddly though, Bull Buchanan is carrying the match as well. That's an odd thing about this one. Whatever anyone says, Bossman was just not over in this one. It's classic tag wrestling though. They isolate one man, in this case D'Lo Brown. Godfather eventually gets the hot tag. No reaction whatsoever. It's weird. It's weird. It's funny. In fact, everything he does, Godfather, in this one gets no reaction. Boss slam, followed by a leg drop off the top by Buchanan, gets the win for the heels. Like I say, 1.5 stars, and I've got to say, D'Lo Brown especially looked a complete tit in this match. The way he was dressed, he was trying to be a pimp, and it failed. Epic fail. Next, Hardcore Holly won a 15-minute, 13-man hardcore battle royale to become the hardcore champion. Now, everyone knows who's been watching my vids for a long time, or even if you just watched a couple of my vids, you'll know that I don't like the hardcore title. I never liked the hardcore title. The hardcore title was stupid, in my opinion, when they went for the 24/7 rule. It was just pathetic. Didn't do anything for the belt. Didn't do anything to anyone who held the belt. But this match was fun. This was a fun match because of the innate silliness of it. There was 13 men in the match. Yeah, how many of them won the hardcore title in this match? Taz won it. 30 seconds, if that, into it. All 3 members of the Mean Street Posse won it. Shofu Naki won it. Viscera won it. They brawled on the ramp. They brawled backstage. There was weapons everywhere. A couple of men were busted open. And apart from the botch at the end, where Hardcore Holly used a classic candy, whacked Crash Holly with it, and Taz, it seemed to hit them at the same time, went for the cover, and what it looked like is Tim White, who was the referee, was meant to go 1, 2, and then the clock was going to run out of time. But he did the cover just that little bit too early, so he would have got the 3 in time, and it looked a bit dodgy. It's 2 stars. I've given it 2 stars because it was, like I say, it put a smile on my face watching it. It made me smile. It made me chuckle. It made me go, oh God, how stupid. But it was entertaining, and that's surely what counts at a WrestleMania. Next, Test and Albert defeated Al Snow and Steve Blackman. Another poor match, this one. Al Snow and Steve Blackman are collectively known as Head Cheese, and they come out with a mascot called Chester McCheeson, something weird like that. And of course, TNA have Trish Stratus with them. Someone should use a soundbite for this one, because at the end of the match, Jerry Lawler says, "Bye-bye, TNA." And I just think that's funny. I think someone should should sample that one and use it on their own vids. It'd be funny. Anyway, what can we say about this one? Well, nice snap suplex by Al Snow. The crowd are completely dead. Nice butterfly suplex by Albert. Gets no reaction. Sidewalk slam gets 2 for Test. Crowd are dead. Moonsault to the outside is the only thing in this match that gets a pop, and that's by Al Snow. That's nice. Elbow off the top by Test gets the win. This match could have been better. Yes, I gave it 1 star. I'm sure it could have been a star and a half, maybe even 2 stars if the crowd had just cared. But they didn't give a shit about anything that was happening in this match. So it gets just the 1. But then, Edge and Christian defeated the Hardys and the Dudleys to win the tag team titles in a stunning triangle ladder match. If you want to give this one the whole hog, if you want to go for the 5, I won't complain in the slightest. I'll give it 4.5, but that's just me. The crowd noise are obviously much more into this one. Let's get on with the spots, shall we? So, Bubba gets nailed with a corkscrew moonsault by Jeff, but then comes back with a bubble bomb. I'm just going to run through the masses of spots in this one for you. Poetry in motion onto a ladder that has Bubba underneath it. That's just nasty. Nice DDT by Jeff on Bubba. 450 splash misses as Jeff eats ladder. Basically put Bubba on the ladder and went, ow, my jaw. Bubba puts Matt in a ladder and sentons it. That is horrific because Bubba's a big man. I'm not saying he's fat or anything like he is now, but back then he was a big guy. All that weight coming down the ladder, that's gotta hurt. I mean, that's really got to sting. Bubba then does the Terry Funk spinning ladder spot. Devon gets flapjacked onto a ladder. Christian sets up a ladder on the ropes and cross bodies onto Bubba and Matt on the outside. That's just fucking fantastic. Sets it so it's like right next to the rope. Cross bodies to the outside. Beautiful. Jeff climbs up a ladder, but Edge spears him off the top turnbuckle, which is just lovely. Nice Razor's Edge bomb by Matt on Edge. 3 ladders are set up. Bubba ace crushes Christian off one of them to the floor. That leads to the mat. Horrible. Just like bounce. The way Christian's face bounced off the mat, just like, ow. Don't like that at all. Event Omega by the Hardys on Bubba. Double suplex on Devon. Off the top of a ladder by Edge and Christian. Edge and Christian and the Hardys all take big bumps off the ladders. Christian and Jeff come off the top to the outside, which is just nasty. 3D for Edge. The Dudleys get some wood, which gets a monumental pop. I'd forgotten, before I started watching this series, I haven't watched these shows for such a long time, I'd forgotten just how over the Dudleys were, and how over them getting the table spot is. The fans fucking love it. The Dudley boys make a scaffold in the middle of the ring. So they set up 2 ladders and then put a table on top of it. You're like, that's an interesting one, because if someone goes through that table, that's going to be a big bump to take, Matt and Devon go through some tables courtesy of a powerbomb on Matt, and Devon basically goes for a splash and misses. The powerbomb has to be said, on Matt, the Bubba does. It's particularly nasty, because it's not just a powerbomb. He basically sets up a table, but he does the powerbomb off the Spanish announce table, so it's a straight up boom. Nasty stuff. It's a big bomb to take. It's not, like I say, it's not just a straight up bam, it's a fucking get down. I like that one. Jeff runs the rails, that spot he does where he runs the rails, but Bubba whacks him in the face with the ladder. That made me cringe. That was a nasty spot. Bubba then gets out a massive ladder. It's got to be at least 15 foot. He sets it up on the aisle, and then he sets up another table. Christian comes over with the ring bell, hits Bubba, puts him on the table, and Jeff hits a fucking phenomenal swanton bomb off the top of that big ass ladder through to the Bubba. Jeff's dead, Bubba's dead. Won't be seeing them again for the rest of the fucking match. Demon gets taken out by Matt and Christian. Then Edge and Christian climb up that makeshift scaffold thing that I was talking about. They grab the tag team titles, and they get the win. Fuck me. I mean, it was just phenomenal. It's a match that's still talked about today. In fact, it was that good. It was only topped by the SummerSlam and WrestleMania 17 TLC matches, in my opinion. It was, just watching it back. This match is one of the reasons why I was looking forward to watching this show so much. I was really looking forward to watching this match, the triangle match as well, the triple threat with the 2 titles match. Those 2 matches were the ones I was really looking forward to watching. If you want to see just one match of this show, this is the one you want to go and watch. It's just phenomenal. It's the Attitude Era. It's absolute best. And at the end of the day, it really made stars out of these 3 teams. I mean, the ladder match at No Mercy 99 made stars out of Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys. But think about it. What did they do afterwards? The next night on Raw, they came out and they put on a couple of promos, but they went back to losing and doing nothing straight away. This match, in my opinion, it made these 3 teams. This match. Next.